Yes.
Don't know me, I'm one of the assessors in the English-speaking European assessor team, and Ola is to my left.
Yes, I'm also an assessor in ECAP team, and I'm from Poland. And I'm passing to Tara.
So I'm Tara Balvers, also an assessor in the ECAT European English-speaking European assessor team. And I'm very curious what this appointment will bring to us.
Okay, so your idea, Tara. Do you want to carry on with your idea? One word.
So try it. Don't put yourself into a harness or in a difficult position, but try to be as short as possible. One word or feeling word, for instance, and maybe you need. Alexandra from Poland, are you willing to start?
I can start. For me, one word is hot. Yeah, it's very hot in Poland.
Yeah. Shall I, Jasna, are you willing?
Hi, curiosity.
Wilhelm?
Nervousness and also very hot here in Germany.
Christine?
Engaged.
Aha. Ilse from Latvia. You're muted, eh? So then you can use more words, huh?
I'm worried and joyful at the same time.
Okay, thanks. Stella from Greece.
Hello,
Hi.
I'm awake and curious.
And Amy?
Curious.
And Piotr? I think I say it right.
Hello from Czech Republic. I'm a bit tired, very satisfied and curious.
Maya?
That word would be depth.
Aha. And Katrien from Lebanon?
Tired, a bit nervous and curious.
And Monique from France?
Hi, I'm delighted to be here and really excited about new learning.
And Bernice?
Hi, Tara. I'm very curious.
And then Lynn?
Feeling a little sick, but happy that I can be here from my couch.
Yeah. And Ami?
Joyful.
En Marijke?
Curious.
Hi, Maria. We're just one word to check in. If you can make one word, if not, okay. Your turn, Maria. You're the last one.
Sorry, I've just connected. I don't know what do I have to say.
Just how do you feel?
Okay. Well, I feel curious.
Okay. So I didn't forget anybody, hopefully. I don't think so, but help me out when it's the case. Shona.
Yes. So this evening we want to explore depth and what it means, especially in the context of assessment, because when we are working as assessors for CNVC, we often find ourselves talking about depth, and then I've been curious for a long time about what that means, and I'd like to explore it in more depth. And we are, the three of us, hosting an event called A Stepping Stone in the middle of August. And we were planning it, and the word depth came up again. What did we mean to offer? We want to offer a space for people to check their NVC progress, their learning, where they are. So we offer these stepping stones as a place to pause and stop and look in some depth with feedback from us and the community. And we thought, let's talk about this word, depth and assessment. So what does it mean for us? And when I asked Ola and Tara before we were setting up, Tara said, well, I know what it is. I'm clear.
I know what it is for me.
Yes. What does it mean for you? So I'm going to propose we start there, and the three of us will have a little discussion, because usually what happens is I'll get stimulated to reflect and think. I'm sure Ola will say something and bring something from her perspective about depth, and then we'll open up to questions. And then we thought, as there's quite a few people, we'll have a little bit of time for you to work in pairs in a dyad about what depth means for you.
And Shona, what about starting with their own exploration?
I've just caught myself and thought, yes, that's a better idea.
Yeah.
My second thought, often the better one, is let's start with a little dyad, so everyone starts where they are in terms of depth.
So shall I make breakout rooms for 2 persons?
Yes.
And what about how many couples do we have? I'm not so good in my mathematics.
Well, I can't do mathematics and NVC at the same time.
No, so
8.
Should be 16 people, 8 couples. You're 3 facilitators, right?
8 couples?
Yes.
So 8 rooms. And
would everybody like a little explanation about a dyad?
Yep.
Okay. Again, I'm going to pass to you, Tara, because I think you know this better than me.
are you explaining it that I make the rooms, or shall I?
Okay, I'm happy to. Yes.
Yeah.
A dyad in this kind of practice is working in pairs, clearly the word, and it's reflecting on a question and taking turns to reflect on a question. And I experience it like meditation. So someone asks me a question, and our suggestion is, what does depth mean to you? So the questioner asks the question, and the listener reflects and speaks, and I don't want to say the word just, allows whatever comes to come. So if I'm in a pair with Ola, Ola will say to me, what does depth mean to you? And then I will speak. And shall we say 8 minutes each?
Yes.
And maybe 4 minutes, and then the other one, and then another round with 4 minutes.
Yes.
Possibly, because in the second round, I would like that you also create awareness about your physical responses when you speak.
Yeah.
That you, for instance, are sharing when you speak about that you recognize what is creating in my back, or in my breathing, or in my abdomen. Is there a connection, or in my face? So, and just connect with it and express it in words. And then explore further on in the second round only. We do this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, the rooms are ready. So and then maybe some minutes also to reflect together afterwards. Do you think, Shona?
Yes.
So 10 minutes total. We will send a message to the breakout rooms.
Yes.
And then after 4 minutes, then you change and then message, and then you can share how it was.
Tara, I just wanted, someone had to leave, so the calculations don't work anymore.
So we need 7 rooms now.
Oh, is somebody lost?
Yeah, someone had to leave.
Oh, okay. So what about one of us jumping?
Yeah, I'm happy to.
Yeah, okay, that's room number 5. So Shona, I don't see you. I only see Ola.
No, sometimes I will go in, but the co-host sometimes doesn't get a chance to go in. I will go in. I'll jump in.
Okay. How do I organize that? So it's room number 5. You can manage that?
Yes.
Okay. We will send everybody on their own. Ooh, have fun.
With question.
What does that means to you?
Okay. Just let me know when.
Yeah.
Okay. Hello, everybody. We would like to invite now 2-3 people to share how it was for you. Do you want to share some inspirations or questions you have now?
Start. For me, it was like a very bold, big start of this meeting. I didn't expect that. I really like diets because you can go deep. Yeah. So yeah, I'm already a bit like overwhelmed and curious what will happen next. And I oh, I forgot what I wanted to say, but maybe it will come back. Yeah, so this was the first part. Yeah, I'm really somewhere deep after this diet. That's what I wanted to say. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Can I also continue from Ola? For me, it's like being pushed in the middle of the sea, having this like, okay, swim, and then I was like, which direction should I swim? Wow. So there was a sense of like, I guess sense of longing for a certain direction where to go. Yeah, that's my experience. Thank you.
I really liked it to discover that when I went to the physical feelings, the sensations in my body, and I remembered a moment I really had a depth conversation that really has impact on my lungs, and that they really opened, and that really has a physical connection. Yes, I didn't expect that.
Okay, thank you. If you want to share more, you can use the chat also. And we would like also to share with you what is in our minds. So maybe Tara, because you said you know what is it about. Would you like to start?
Yes. Depth for me is I have done 25 years ago. I had done from a student who studied neuro-linguistic program, so NLP. And she had to check in with me what my core values were. And out of that interview came that one of the biggest core value for me in my life is depth. So, and I recognize it by myself. It's really something like it. I'm very touched, Marijke, what you said about the lungs, because it's a way of breathing. It's my oxygen in life. And not to stay in, as I experienced, on the horizontal line, on the level of where we are busy with life and work and friends and doing a lot, but connecting with the vertical line to go really deeper into myself and to my really deep, my needs, who are often maybe try to hide a bit in myself, especially when they are unfulfilled, because the scariness of feeling the pain and the sadness, and to be with that, just to surrender, like Robert Gonzalez could say, bathe in the beauty, also in the beauty of the unmet need, but in the beauty of the needs, even when it's unmet. And then something evolved from that. And so, yeah, for me, it's absolutely big value, especially it's such a big value that on a birthday party, I recognize that people try to sit somewhere else than next to me because they are concerned about getting tears in their eyes and the makeup is not fitting well or something like that. So I try to be a bit more chit-chatting and superficial, but I can't really shut my mouth. I had a birthday party yesterday. So, and I really smiled knowing that we had this meeting together. I thought I'd tell you that story. I saw a person, choop, choop, choop. I was sitting there, hoopla, she was sitting in another position directly. Depth for me is also the question mark in, I call it the cellar chairs. So stairs down into the dark places of our own cellar. And there are spiders in my cellar and a bit moister and but by every step I do on the stairs, I ask myself, because I love to explore it into myself, what need do I fulfill when this need is fulfilled? So to dig deeper and try to dig deeper and deeper what is alive in me, underneath one need, for instance, when I have the need of order and structure, what is underneath that? So then the next stair step is rest for me. When there's order and structure, it brings me rest. And what is then underneath the rest? And for me, underneath the rest is emotional safety. But that's for me. It's not, it's everybody has a different. So, and to land in my emotional safety brings me much more awareness in my deeper layers than when I stay with order and structure. But that's my situation. And I also love to listen to others in that way, to really connect on every, and where they want to stay, it's perfect. Nobody needs to go into the spider places. It's always your own choice. Wherever you want to stay, it's fine, because sometimes you need on that step to stay and ground and really breathe. So yeah, something like that. Shona, you're muted.
I'm going to build on that a little bit, I think. Especially in the kind of context of assessment, what we want to do is really resonate with the needs when people are expressing, when people are empathizing. And one of the things I've seen happen over the years is how quickly our thinking mind learns NVC. So it might get busy with talking about needs and then missing what Tara says, this vertical drop into what's really mine here without other people in it. And when we see people practicing NVC with I need this, and they're like, okay. And my question that I often say to people when I'm coaching or working with candidates is, and what would that give you? And that is doing, I think, what Tara is pointing to, just inviting that, turn it back in yourself. So a brain that gets busy with, I need order, I need structure. Okay, what would that give you? And I might ask a question like, if I could press a button and there was all this order and structure in this room or in the world even, what happens in you? So I like the big questions because that then helps the, okay, this really matters to me on some real fundamental level. Away from the chit chat across here. Anything from you, Ola?
I have a vision. Always when I hear depth, and I can see the ocean. So it's, for me, it's like kind of what Armi said was resonating with me, and this vision that when we see the ocean, we can see the flat surface of water, or we can see huge waves. It's something on the top, and then we can explore and go under the waves, and we can explore our life there, and it's different on different levels. And even if it looks strange or terrifying, it really it's kind of part of the ocean. Yeah. So this question is needed depth and need. It's like really difficult for me because I have this picture of the ocean. So it's for me, it's kind of picture, yeah, and how it's for me connected with events we have. It's for me in stepping stones we are giving some space and also support with safe space to go deeper, and we are showing how to go deeper and explore this life inside the ocean, I would say. And the assessment is the place when we are inviting people to show how they are exploring themselves, this ocean, and with whole life inside. And yeah, so I'm with this kind of picture of ocean when I hear the word depth, and it's, I would say, about the words, it's the same for me, like connection. So when I say about the depth, it's okay, so it's about connection. How can I connect with all life in me, all life in my own ocean inside, accepting and exploring and discovering new creatures inside. So this is how I see it. And yes, sometimes it's taking away breathing. You cannot breathe because you are so deep, for example. So it's sometimes terrifying, but then you can see it's another kind of life. And so
I wonder if it's one of those things that we all can experience, but almost find it really challenging to define, talk about.
Yeah, probably that's why this ocean coming to me, because it's difficult to find the words, so kind of images coming, and yeah.
And I'm also a bit curious if in your diets where you shared your experiences, even when it is a bit overwhelmed to jump directly into the middle of the ocean, being dropped. Were there things you recognized or things that you have totally different point of view or experience? Is she Stella?
Yeah. Well, I kind of discovered in the diet that the space was hold for me. That a very weird experience that I wasn't aware before about death. It's also a very core element for me. That when I experience death, I feel I don't need to be elsewhere. It's like I feel the most present than ever somehow. And this was very interesting for my personal journey somehow. And also at the same time that because I can be overwhelmed by depth, even though I want it, that it's something very delicate, and it's like I need drops of it somehow, like yeah. As a picture, again, we go to pictures. As Orla said, it's maybe easier for the brain. But yeah, it's like drops in my everyday life. But you need some very specific quantities somehow.
Is
Yeah,
it
if that makes sense.
Is it, Stella, that when I listen to you, is it that you, in a way, say when you are in this depth, that there is a kind of, I experience a vertical way, and that's a kind of nearly silence in being together, even though you're not silent. There is a loving presence, what's so powerful. Something like that?
Yeah, and very centered at the same time.
Yeah.
Very centered, yeah. These two go together.
And you need to have a small oxygen bottle on your back, and then you have to go back up.
Exactly. It's not about consuming depth for me. Like, yeah.
Yeah, it's a 5-star restaurant, so you only get little pieces.
Yeah.
Somebody else?
I can share, and that's I can share that in the diet, what came up for me was that the depth. It is similar to Ola also mentioned that the depth is about the connection with myself and also with the world, and also what came up was that vulnerability of reaching out to that depth, and also that vulnerability when I show that depth to the world. And in the second round, where more like focus on the body came up, I also connected to the shame that came up, that my shoulders were like, and at the same time, I had that pathway down open. So this is also true for me, that I noticed that that depth is depth and safety in connection somehow connected.
Yeah. So the vulnerability to go deeper because you are vulnerable, and then safety is very important in that place because there is, for instance, shame or pain. So
Yeah.
maybe also kind of being and holding a place of being held. Something like that.
Yes, and it also connects to what Shona wrote about that shallow and deep water, that we need both.
Yeah.
And it's not about just going deep and like drowning there, but that's like exploring this and that, and knowing where it is safe to dive deeper.
some other responses or questions?
I have maybe few messy reflections. I have a discovery that the depth is not always go together with safety, and it can be very and it's like expansion of discomfort that I can bear from deep diving within, and there are very dark waters and heavy waters. But then I was from the diets, then a kind of realization came to me. It's so interesting that like this first attention is firstly drawn to me for this kind of with the attention going deep in this direction. But then I spend more time with my body, and there is also an option that I don't offer that much to myself, that the depth is like really in here and in the back, in that place of the mind or the awareness that is vast, it's expansive, it's powerful and gorgeous, and it's not the heavy darkness. So the depth can be wow beyond that, in that direction as well. And so when I speak, I feel how my energy is just changing when I dive, and this is not about shallow, it's just something deep and vast beyond words as well.
Yeah. And what I hear, I think Ilse, is that that it can be scary, but it is finally your place of your own power, and it creates that you are possible to beyond yourself, even nearly to something. Is it?
Well, maybe, well, to continue your thought, I think it's just the depth of the potential darkness of some very unmet needs, or can evoke the capacity to experience or to reach out for that depth that is in the other direction. Kind of, it's needed, the unbearable depth of very deep ocean is needed for me to tap into the power that's beyond my personal self.
Yeah, to connect with that inside you. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, inside my conscious, whatever the conscious space, consciousness.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's popping up in my mind now that a metaphor. When I was ready to do my assessment, I get the feedback from Gina, who was my assessor, that she had a doubt if I fall in the water. She didn't use this metaphor, but I created a metaphor. I love metaphors. So I was falling in the swimming pool, and I was so experienced to have a lot of tricks and methods developed to really be quickly out of the water. So like positive thinking or some mantras or a meditation. I had a lot of medicines in my closet. When I fall in the water, I was quickly out. And then I thought, yes, shit, that makes sense what she's saying. So I was very impressed about her smartness. And then I started to let myself going down in the swimming pool. Just trust that somewhere there is ground. And I let myself go. And then I think, Ilse, this is resonating what you say, to go deeper and deeper, and then I get to the bottom of the swimming pool, and there I'm connecting with my power. Then I get the ground under my feet, and I could go out. I don't know if this is resonating for you with what you shared, but it came up in me. Yeah. Shona, are you?
Yes, I'm noticing the time, and we need to round up. But it's kind of totally my thing to talk about these kinds of things. So I could be here for ages. So we need to stop. I'm going to recommend the film The Big Blue by Luc Besson was the director of this film, was a favorite film of mine in the 90s. The Big Blue, diving, the music is amazing. People are beautiful in it. And yes, I would recommend this film. So diving deep. Maybe other people have other things they enjoy, music or movies, because human beings have kind of wanted to explore this for a long time. What does this mean? And now I'm thinking of those cave paintings in France with people's handprints on the wall. Like, how many hundreds of years, thousands of years have they been there? Like, what were people doing? I like to think they were searching for something deep and something that connected us. So we'll look forward to maybe we'll do another one of these. It's been super fun for me. Let us know.
Yeah.
And we hope to see you in the stepping stones. I'll put the link again in the chat because we can talk about this in the sunshine in the Netherlands, because we've ordered the sunshine.
Yeah. We only try to focus on the desired outcome.
Yes.
The sunshine.
See some of you soon, very soon, Ilse. Oh,
in Netherlands.
Yes. Take care, everybody. Thank you for your time and attention.
And sharing.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, Tira. Bye, Stella.
Doei.
Thank you.
Doei. Bye-bye.
Bye.